It was definitely tough. I mean, seeing how the season went. Of course, I'm happy for my guys because they worked hard all spring, all winter. But seeing that from my house was kind of a little saddening. But my mom and my family and my teammates kept my hopes high, and that I would come back and be a better player than I was before. So.
You were going to be one of the guys last year. I mean, was that tough for you, just knowing that that opportunity was going to have to be put on hold for a year?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, during the spring, I kind of got my confidence up, so I never think of myself as the guy or one of those guys. I just go out there and compete with my teammates every day, work towards our goal, which was what they accomplished last year, being the best in the Big Ten offensively. So, yeah.
Had you ever missed time or had a significant injury like that before coming out?
Well, I've only had a concussion in high school, but other than sitting out an entire year, no. So it was a little different, a little weird, but former teammates of mine like Marcus Oliver, Chris Covington, who had to sit out a year from exactly the same injury, ACL tear, those guys also kept my hopes high and kept me motivated to come back from that and be good.
So what kind of things do you do maybe just to keep mentally fresh? Last year were you watching a lot of film, or I guess what goes into your day-to-day weeks as guys are practicing, preparing on the field? What are you doing behind the scenes, I guess?
Definitely rehab. Started out the day watching film, constantly talking to my mom, praying, just keeping my hopes up, and knowing that this is temporary. It was temporary, and that greater things were to come in the future. So,
What did your mom have to tell you?
she just told me just stay prayed up. This thing happens to a lot of people, and a lot of people have come back from it and have had great careers from it, great success coming out of injury. So things like that, she showed me videos of guys who tore their ACLs in the league, Jordy Nelson being one. So definitely just looking at people who actually went through it and made it out of it.
So your mom actually went to those lengths to go find those videos or find those stories and kind of, I guess, give you something to lean on.
You know how moms are. They hate to see their babies down, so
Right.
she definitely made sure I was right and mentally right. So.
Gotcha. Meanwhile, I guess Mitchell ran with his opportunity last year with the slot. What's the competition like at that position right now with, I guess, you, Mitchell, Isaac James, too? I guess, what's that competition level like?
I mean, we are just competing. We're making each other better every day. We all watching each other, learning from each other. Mitchell's a great leader. He continues to coach me and Isaac up. Again, and we see something different, we'll help him out. So it's been great.
How about just the quarterbacks? I mean, you guys are working in, trying to replace Nate. What have you been seeing from those guys right now?
Those guys definitely want it. They want to learn. They want to be great. Of course, it's a competition, but I don't like to think of it as having a starter because you never know what happens. Just like freshman year, Nate going down, you never know. So those guys are continuing to get better. Xander's doing great, Rich is doing great, Danny Cameron, Austin King, all of the quarterbacks are doing great in my opinion.
One thing a lot of people mention when they look at Lego is just the size. I mean, he kind of reminds folks just size-wise of Nate Sudfeld. Are there similarities between the two, maybe whether it is the size or just the quarterback, total skill package? I mean, do you see any similarities between Richard and Nate?
Size would be the biggest thing, but also Nate used to be a film junkie, and so is Rich. Rich is a film junkie. Again, Xander's a film junkie, so all of those guys continue to push each other. But yeah, I would say size is the biggest comparison, I think.
We were out of practice yesterday, and I saw Xander was throwing a couple deep balls, and I mean, it looked like he had a little bit more touch, a little bit more accuracy on those deep balls, maybe a little bit more so when he saw the last couple of years. Is that accurate? Are you seeing that maybe a little bit more consistently, just him being able to take some shots downfield with a little more touch?
Well, I have seen. I mean, he's been doing great. He did great in the weight room during the winter, during the spring. Definitely, his confidence levels continue to rise, and as years go on, you want to continue to get better and better each year, and I feel like he's continuing to do that.
That wide receiver position is pretty exciting with some of the new guys coming in. Any newcomers, any freshmen, any younger guys kind of surfacing that have been impressing you?
I feel like all of them doing a great job. Isaac's continuing to do a great job. Phil, Tayseer, Jonah right now, he's doing a good job. Honestly, all of them I feel like are coming along. They want to learn, and that's the biggest thing about it, wanting to learn, and they have carried that out into the field.
Gotcha. Did you play in the spring game at all? Were you active for that, or did?
No, I didn't play in the spring game, but I did like the catching punts.
Okay,
and,
I thought I remember that. I wasn't sure if you're actually cool. Awesome, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.